right into everything and just give you all the updates. I know we threw a lot at you over the last weekend, and we'll get into all of that. We'll review all of that, and then we should have plenty of time for Q&A. But before we do that, I'll just kick it over to Justin if you wanted to say hello to everybody and welcome everybody. And I know we're just give your thoughts on this last weekend.
Absolutely. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you've all found yourself home safely from traveling. It was a great event. These Elite Academies are, again, the highlight of our jobs because of the energy and the opportunity that we have to be all around all of you. So thank you for bringing that once again to this Elite Academy. I felt it, Dave. I know you're going to be going through the call to action and the promotion for the next event to Indianapolis, but thank you for your commitment and your support and really helping us drive those two things. I know that we ended the event with about 2,100 registered for Indianapolis, which is like 10 times what we came out of Denver with. So we knew that coming out of Denver that we didn't do as good of a job as we should have. And I know with your support and getting your teams to rally and the enhanced, I guess, combining of events and simplifying the Elite Academy ticket structure has really paid off. Don't forget that you have a full 4 days left to get people to take advantage of that $79 price. So that ends on Saturday at midnight. Let's see if we can't double that 2,100 number we came out of Orlando with. And that way we'll have a 90-day period to double that. I've been told that we can accommodate up to 10,000. We can accommodate up to 10,000 people in Indianapolis. So let's make sure that we go after that and utilize every single seat that we have available to us out in Indianapolis. So just couldn't be more happy to be back in the office. I know that we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of fine-tuning on certain pieces. But overall, the feedback that we received from you guys is that the message was on point, that the speakers that shared information, the new Pro 7s, we just heard fantastic feedback and review about that. We spoke with our FAB yesterday, and just so you know, we're already focused on the next event. We spent the majority of our call yesterday recapping Orlando, but more importantly, talking about how to make sure that Indianapolis is out of this world. So anyways, appreciate everything you do. I don't want to take too much time from you. Just wanted to make sure that you understand that we understand the importance of this partnership, and you guys did your part, and we're excited to deliver again here coming in Indianapolis. So Dave, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thanks, Justin, and thank you. And actually, that's an interesting idea, Steve, about letting people get their ticket after they've been paying. And we'll see if we can do that, and maybe we'll be able to do something like that. That would be interesting to do. Okay. Well, what we're going to do next is I'm going to just kind of go through all the announcements that we made at Elite Academy. So let me put this on full screen so you can see this better. So the big announcement, Justin was just talking about this, but one of the big announcements that we made here was, new Elite Academy pricing. And on top of new Elite Academy pricing, which is on the next slide, but it's one price for everything. And as many of you know, we just got a new chief legal counsel in-house who is dynamite. We just love working with him. And he actually said, well, really, you don't have to have separate meetings. You don't have to separate science and tech from the rest of the show. So we won't have to do that anymore. So it'll be one meeting. It'll be one ticket price. And then everything will be included. So that includes this next Elite Academy. That includes Andy Andrews. That includes the Science and Tech session, which will be woven throughout. You've probably noticed on the website that we're adjusting the time of our next Elite Academy in Indianapolis at this point, tentatively not solid 100% yet, but this is what you can basically expect is that we'll do our leadership meeting Thursday. We'll do our general sessions Friday morning and Friday afternoon, and then Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. The idea being that in the evenings, we want to leave time so you can get together with your teams and spend quality time with your teams, going through the new information, building plans for your actions coming out of Elite Academy. And so, yes, Maria, the Elite Academy will start with Darren and not with science. So it kind of will feel like the right flow. Okay, so here is the pricing. And you'll notice right now, early bird pricing is scheduled to be from through November 12th. And so, that's end of day on November 12th. But that's where it's scheduled. We'll check and see if we can extend that to the 15th when everybody gets paid, because that would be pretty cool. But I don't know if we can do that or not. Okay. The other things that we announced, we are looking at some new pricing. And if you were at the leadership meeting, we went through this, but I'll just go through this again just to make sure that everybody totally understands what this is. But we are going through, let's see, let me get to my slide here. There we go. All right. Okay, so the pricing, as you see on this slide right here, is that we'll have a distributor price, and we'll have a customer price, what we're calling the list price, and then we'll have a subscription price. And you'll notice that the subscription price is the cheapest price, no matter what. And if you're on a subscription for your products, even if you place an additional order throughout the month, as long as you have that active subscription, you'll get the lowest possible price. You'll get the subscription price on all of your product orders, not just the ones that are on your subscription. But so you'll have a distributor price, which this is just an example on the bottle of Protandim. And the reasoning for this is that in the history of Life Advantage, there has never been a price increase. It's never happened. So even though shipping costs have increased and essentially almost doubled from the time that the company started till now, and raw ingredients become more expensive and this and that, but the company's pricing has always remained the same. So rather than do just a cut and dry big price increase across the board, we wanted to make something that was a win-win for the people who've been here for a long time, so we're not raising the price for them, and also for our loyal distributors and our loyal customers who are joining us now going forward. So this is what we felt like was the best way to go ahead and get this done, was to have these different pricing tiers, but to have that subscription price be the cheapest, and make that the best way to get your product. So this will be effective roughly mid-January or so, and then this will take effect in all of our different international markets, but not at the same time. There will be different rollouts. Each market will have some slightly different timing on that, and so look to your market general manager for further information on that. But that's how that goes. Okay. Go through. We also announced the Pro 3 Frenzy, and so the Pro 3 Frenzy is online, but just so that you know what it is, if you haven't already. But you've not been a Pro 3, if you are not or have not been a Pro 3 and you advance to Pro 3 before January 31st, 2018, we'll pay you $250. When it says additional, that means in addition, that means in addition to the compensation plan. And if you hold Pro 3 for a second consecutive month, we're going to pay you an additional $250 for a total of $500. So the question that has come up, and you've probably seen it on the website, but the question that comes up pretty consistently is, does it have to be the next month? Can it be, does it have to be consecutive months? And the answer is no. So for example, we have 3 months in which you can qualify: November, December, January. So if 2 of those months you hit Pro 3 and then you hold it for an additional month, one of those additional months, then you can earn $500. For those of you who are already Pro 3, which is everybody on this call, then when you personally sponsor 2 Pro 3s, you earn a $500 bonus. And if you do 3, you get $1,000. And so that gives everybody an opportunity to participate in this bonus. For people who are qualifying at the very last month in January of this promotion, those people do have an opportunity to qualify in February to earn that last payout. Obviously, we won't be able to recognize that at the Indy Elite Academy because we'll still be qualifying for it in February. So the question is, if someone hasn't been paid for Pro 3 for a period of time, will they qualify? And unfortunately, no. This is lifetime rank. So if you've been a Pro 3, then it's your job to go create personally sponsored new Pro 3s. So if you've been pinned, if you've been qualified at a Pro 3, the way you participate in the Pro 3 frenzy is by creating new Pro 3s. For many of our previous promotions, we allowed people who hadn't been paid at that rank for 6 months. When we looked at the numbers, it just was an impossibility to still get this amount of money paid. So it was a kind of a contrast, a toss-up between paying enough money to make this significant versus opening it to everybody who is not currently qualified as Pro 3. Okay, good deal. I'm not sure what you meant, Bert, by, I think you mean multiple. Can we get multiple people can qualify? And I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that question, but I think the answer is yes, but maybe we'll clarify that. Okay. So that was what we covered in the leadership meeting. We're also covered the China meeting, and we'll have a separate China training webinar. We won't use the time on this webinar to go through all the China information. But I do want to just take a second and talk about basically how it works. I think most of the people on this call probably were in that China training session, so you probably know all of this, but just to review some of the basic pieces, because it's important to know, because you're probably getting questions on that too.